Hi guys, my name is Moni, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to change your project units, how to create property lines, how to change and add levels, and how to create grids. So as a first step, I'm going to show you how to set up the project units. To do so, you have to go to the section Manage and then click on Project Units. In this window, you can select all different types of project units. For example, in my case, for me, the length is a relevant unit which I want to switch to meters, because in millimeters we're always going to get these large numbers. I like to have 2 decimal places, and I also like to have the unit symbol, but if you like, you can also choose none. Click on OK, and that's it. So now I'm going to explain to you how to create property lines. First of all, property lines are needed if your project involves site planning or you need to show the legal boundaries of the project. You can easily start a project without defining the property lines, but if you know, for example, your property is 1,000 square meters, then you can just create these property lines so that you know with what kind of space what kind of space you have for your model, and so you can plan how big your building can be, how big the free spaces can be, and so on. So creating property lines can be very simple. You just have to go to Massing and Site and click on property line. I'm going to choose to create it by sketching. This is the easier and beginner friendly method, so I'm going to click on that. And here you have this modify toolbox where you can choose different tools to draw your property lines with. I'm going to go ahead and choose a rectangular shape, but you can choose whichever you like. Okay. So I'm going to click on escape 2 times, and here you can see that this side of our property is 14.3 meters. We can change this by just typing another number, 15 for example, and we can do the same thing for this side, like 12, and yeah, this is how we create our property lines. Now we just have to finish the edit mode and everything is going to be saved. And now this line has changed. I'm just going to put this right there in the middle of those thingies, and we are ready. So now I would like to show you how to create levels. Levels are used to indicate the location of floors, foundations, and the roof of a building in the section view. So as the word level suggests, this goes in the vertical direction. And when you start a project, here on the left side, under elevations, you see these 4 elevations. They're always predefined and they're always there when you start a new project in Revit. And if you click on one of them, for example the east one, the level view opens. As you can see, we already have one level defined. Also, a tip, you can rename those levels by just clicking on this name and choose whatever name you like, but I'm just going to go with the predefined names. So, 1. We can add more levels by simply going to the architectural tab and clicking on level. As you can see, we can just go ahead and draw one level at whatever elevation we like. But now our level is like this circle here is black and white, and it's different from the one which is blue and white, and this suggests that there is no plan view for this level 3 that we just created. The plan view is here on the left under 4 plans. You can see we only have level 1, which is the level which is white and blue. In order to create a plan view, we have to go here in the modify toolbox and just click here, create plan view. Before we draw the level. So now you can see I created another level, level 4, by clicking this box, and it is blue and white now. So another way for us to create levels is by again clicking on level, and we can choose this pick lines option. And in this case, we can set an offset of, for example, 3 meters. This means that our levels are going to be 3 meters apart. And when I go here and put the cursor on this level 4, you can see a very vague line appearing above. This is where our next level is supposed to be. And if I click it, it just appears. This is very useful if we want to create a lot of levels, if we have a very a multi-story building, and we can just go ahead like this and add how many levels we like. As you can see, they are white and blue, again because the create plan view is ticked. So I'm just going to return because I don't need so much levels. Okay, so now we have 4 levels. And the next thing we want to do, we can rename our levels the same way we renamed our elevations here on the left. We can just click on the level thingy and say, for example, finish grade level floor 1, floor 2, and roof level. Okay, so now we have to set at which elevation each floor should be. For example, the first floor I want to be at the zero elevation. To finish grade line, I want to be a little below that, so minus 0.4, let's say, for example. The second floor, I want to be, for example, I want to be a distance of 4 meters, for example, between the second and the first floor, and I can change that. First option is just click on this thingy and change this to 4. This works. I'm gonna go ahead back, and the second option is to just change this measurement here to 4. This can be very useful if you're changing the distance between 2 levels at a higher location, because this number is the sum of all the levels until now, and this number here is only the distance between the two levels you're currently looking at. So this one is easier to change. I'm just going to click on 4 again. And okay, now we have set the distance between our levels, and as you can see here, there's a problem that the text is above one another and it is very hard to read. So what we can do is click on this finish grade level, zoom in, and as you can see here, there is this little thingy which says add elbow. We're going to go ahead and click on that, and now the two circles are not above one another anymore, and you can just change the location of this elbow and make it look as you wish, so the text is better is readable. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show you, when you click on a level, you have some different options. Here, for example, if I remove the tick, it says hide bubble, and this circle and our annotations disappear. You can just leave it like that. If you want your annotations to be on the right side, you just have to click on the tick on the right side and it appears here. You can also have them on both sides if you like. So this is everything I wanted to show you regarding levels. Um, In the last part of this video, I want to talk about the importance of grids. If you're working on a building model, you will definitely need a grid for alignment and structural organization. The grid is used to host columns and walls and helps align your design and organize different elements, and it has functionalities. For example, you say that all these walls or all these columns have to go with this grid line, and if you change the location of the grid line, all the columns and elements go with the grid line, are being moved with the grid line. So this can be really useful. Grid lines can also help with topography of your model when you decide to do that in a later stage. So in order to create your grid, you go under the Architecture tab and click on Grid. In the modify toolbox, you can choose whether to use a simple line or an arc if you have a more complicated topography, but in this video we're just going to use a simple line, and we just go ahead and I don't know why we're beginning with F, let's just say A, and continue. See if now we go with B. Yes, now we have B. So we just continue to create our grid. You can just type the number, like 3 meters, for example. 3 meters. 3 meters. And as you can see now, the bubbles are on the different sides, and we can fix that the same way we fixed it with the elevations. You just click on the grid line and remove this tick and add it on this side, or you can just keep both of them if you like it this way. I'm just going to go with both sides. Okay. So now we have to add the horizontal parts of our grid. Just want to rename this to 1. I want the horizontal grid lines to be numbers and the vertical ones to be letters. So I'm just typing the 3 again, enter, and continue drawing. Okay, I'm gonna do the same here. And our grid line is ready. Here you can see there are 3 meters between the grid lines. If I say 5, for example, the grid line changes its location. Again, you see you have this elbow here, so you can add an elbow if you like. As I already showed you, you can change the letters, you can name your grid lines whatever you like, and yeah, that's everything I wanted to show to you about grid lines, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and enjoy Revit.